Hello and welcome to this video tutorial of EMDR Therapy Phase 3, the assessment phase. As you know, when a disturbing event occurs, it can become locked in the brain, stored the way it was experienced at the time of the original event. It's stuck in implicit memory. It's not linking to anything adaptive. And because of this, we have to help our clients process that memory so that they can start to function. We can access that memory network through the assessment phase. It helps our clients keep one foot in the present and one foot in the past as we link into it in a controlled way. In this video, I'll be taking you through the various steps of the assessment phase and explaining what we say to our clients and the reason that we do that. Through life, we have millions of experiences. These can be stored as memories, stored in memory networks. And memory networks with similar components will link together. We can think of a memory network as looking like a hand. As you can see here, there are a number of channels, and these channels will be associated with each other. One particular channel may house the sensory aspects of the experience, the sights, the sounds, the smells, and even the tastes. Another channel might hold the thoughts we had at the time of that original event. So too, we may lock in the emotions which were experienced at that time, as well as the physical sensations. Then there are beliefs, the verbal summary of the stored affect in that memory network. These beliefs can be positive beliefs, if it's an adaptive experience, or they could be stored as negative beliefs, if the experience has been stored dysfunctionally. The purpose of the assessment phase is to access the target memory for reprocessing. We want to stimulate the various components, keeping them dynamic. We also want to take baseline measurements in a safe, structured manner. When we access the memory network, we're doing so as the information is currently stored. As we stimulate the components, the past becomes present, and the client is able to start processing. The assessment phase has a number of procedural steps. Initially, we ask our client to bring up the picture that represents the experience for them. It may be the worst image, or it may be an image that represents the overall experience. We then obtain the negative cognition, that negative irrational self-belief that fits with the picture for the client. We help our client then identify a belief they would like to have about themselves, albeit it would not be particularly true in terms of their validity of cognition just now. Pairing the image with the negative cognition, we then obtain the emotion or emotions the client is feeling just at the present time. From here, we ask the client, how disturbing is it for you at this moment on a scale of 0 to 10? 0's no disturbance or neutral. 10 is the worst possible disturbance you could imagine. And where do you feel it in your body? The physical sensations. At this point, we have stimulated the memory network and we are ready to move on to the desensitization phase where our clients will process. I'll take you through each step now in the video and explain what we're asking and why. In this video, you're going to see Soraya, herself a psychologist, role-playing a client who has been humiliated in the past at school by a teacher. This occurred on multiple occasions and has formed a cluster. Soraya is accessing the cluster in a controlled way in the assessment phase, targeting a specific memory. Soraya, we're working on that collection of memories of being humiliated by that particular teacher. If you could think of those experiences just now, is there a particular image in your mind that would represent the worst part of it for you just at this moment?
The worst memory of it would be when she dragged me up to the front of the class by my arm and I was standing there in front of like 20, 25 different other kids.
Okay, and if you think of that as a video clip and you were to scan through it and you pressed freeze frame at the worst part of it for you just now, what would you see in that image?
It's me looking scared and everyone else staring at me.
Okay. You will have noticed as Soraya brought up the image, she described a video clip. What I did was spend some time with her to try and fine tune that to bring it down to a freeze frame image. So with that picture in your mind just now, standing at the front of the room and everybody looking at you, what words seem to go with that picture which would describe a negative belief about you just now?
I'm vulnerable and I'm useless.
Okay, so of those two, with that picture in your mind, I'm vulnerable, I'm useless, which seems to fit better with the picture just now?
I'm useless.
Okay. With the negative cognition, Soraya came up with two. I'm useless and I'm vulnerable. I explored those with her to see which one resonated most strongly with the picture for her. In this case, it was I'm useless. And as you think of that picture, what would you prefer to believe about yourself now?
That I'm good enough.
Okay, so with the picture in your mind and those words, I'm good enough, how true does that feel to you just at this moment on a scale of 1 to 7? 1 being completely false and 7 being completely true.
2.
Okay. With the positive cognition, Soraya came up with I'm good enough. The VOC was 2. That's fine. It means she has an element of belief in that positive statement prior to processing. Had she come up with a VOC of 1, I would have spent some time with her trying to explore what alternative positive cognition would fit better. It may have been I'm good enough sometimes, or I try to be good enough. As long as there's an element of belief, that's fine. So thinking now about that image and those words, I'm useless, hold the two together. What emotion or emotions do you notice just now, Soraya?
I feel very sad.
Okay, and can you feel that sadness or notice the sadness just now?
Yes, I always feel it here when I think about it.
Okay, yeah. And as you're thinking of it just this moment, with the image and those words, I'm useless, do you feel that sadness?
Yes.
Okay. The emotion Soraya said she was feeling was sad. I checked to see was she feeling that in the present. I was conscious that she may well have felt that at the time of the event, but the important thing was she feeling it in the here and now? How disturbing is it for you just now, at this moment, on a scale of 0 to 10? 0 being no disturbance at all, or neutral, 10 being the worst possible disturbance you could imagine.
4.
The SUD, the subjective units of disturbance that Soraya came up with, was 4 out of 10. That's fine. It's her baseline for that day. Somebody else with the same experience may have rated it as a 5 or a 6. Okay. And are you feeling that in your stomach just now?
Yes.
Okay. With the bodily sensation, Soraya had mentioned earlier, as she accessed the emotion, that she was feeling it in her body. I explored with her, was she still feeling the sensation there in her stomach? So what I would like you to do then, Soraya, is just bring up that image, those negative words, I'm useless, and notice that feeling there in your stomach. And just follow the pen. I hope you found this video helpful. It's my intention to help EMDR therapists fine-tune their practice so that we can offer the best for our clients.